Most tax pros leave a message.
It's Jane. I'm moving on to a TurboTax expert who beat your price. Adam Devine, tell him how I feel.
Hey, tax pro, she's been thinking twice. Best believe TurboTax will beat your price. This is a tax break.
Switch to a TurboTax Live expert and we'll beat what you paid your pro last tax season. Make the switch at TurboTax.com/beatyourprice. TurboTax full service only. Sign up by 12/20/2024 and file by 4/1/2025. Full details at TurboTax.com/beatyourprice.
Max Bankman, I'm the new doctor.
Welcome aboard the Odyssey.
ABC Thursdays.
This ship is heaven. We're tending to our passengers' dreams.
I'm in.
From 911 executive producer Ryan Murphy comes a splashy new drama on a luxury cruise ship with Joshua Jackson and Don Johnson.
It's your job to keep everyone alive.
She's in VFib. 1, 2, 3. Clear.
I have a pulse.
You're going to be okay.
Dr. Odyssey. Thursdays, 9/8 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
And now, listen to this on the Toddcast podcast.
Comedian Jon Dore has been in your life in one way or another, going back to his time as a correspondent on Canadian Idol in the early 2000s. He had his own Comedy Now special on CTV and the Comedy Network. His show, The Jon Dore Television Show, is on the Comedy Network in Canada. He's won multiple comedy awards over the years: Best Stand-Up Newcomer, Best Series Writing, and Best Performance. And he won a Juno Award last year for Best Comedy Album. And when Jon joined us on Zoom, we talked extensively about his career, the shows that he's been binge watching, what it's like living in Juneau, Alaska. We talked about the Canadian sense of humor. David Letterman, Bill Cosby, and Jim Carrey all came up. So did Mr. Show and Kids in the Hall. Jon shared a near-death story. We talked about our families, growing up to CTV. Cancel culture came up. So did the Tragically Hip. And Jon talked about creativity and if he's able to turn surveillance for a bit on and off. Listen to this.
I turn it off much more now than I ever have. Like when I was just me selfishly wanting to pursue a comedy career.
Sure.
Yeah, I was probably annoying, still am, but not as much so, annoying to everyone I ran into because, yeah, I was nothing but trying to find the funny. I still try to do that, but not as frequently. I'm always on the lookout. Absolutely. Like if I can think of something or something comes up in conversation, I'll text it to myself or write it in my phone or do a quick voice memo. So I'm always looking for something, but not as much as I used to. You know, it's crazy when the day-to-day takes over.
Throw kids into the mix and, you got to take them somewhere to a hockey game practice or, you know what I mean? Like once you start getting life into the equation, boy, it sure changes.
Yeah, and you have to remember to write it down. Like if you think you're going to remember it, you never will, and then you live with the regret of what was that idea I had. So even more so now, it's important to write this stuff down for many reasons. But there was a time in my life where I think I met with a friend who was a stand-up comedian, and we'd meet at a cafe and we'd write almost every single day, throwing ideas back and forth. And every night I'd go up and perform. This is when I was living in Toronto in an apartment, nothing but comedy on my mind, and that was a very important period of development for me, for sure. That doesn't exist anymore.
Listen to this on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by Tedco RV Supplies in Langley, an ICBC approved repair shop. Visit them on Facebook and Twitter at Tedco RV Supplies.
Listening to a podcast should be time well spent, and I promise it will be if you'll give this podcast a try. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in every episode, I talk with leading experts on topics I know you will find fascinating. From why people can't keep secrets, what your favorite music says about you, why your pet acts in strange ways, and so much more. Something You Should Know is designed to give you information you can use in your life and give you great intel that you can share with others. I'm told it's a binge-worthy podcast. And with over 1,000 episodes, there's a lot to binge on. Something You Should Know has been ranked in the top of the Apple Podcast charts consistently for a long time. I know you're going to like this. I just need to get you to try it. Something You Should Know. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hi, this is Rob Benedict.
And I am Richard Spate. We were both on a little show you might know called Supernatural.
It had a pretty good run, 15 seasons, 327 episodes.
And though we have seen, of course, every episode many times, we figured, hey, now that we're wrapped, let's watch it all again.
And we can't do that alone. So we're inviting the cast and crew that made the show along for the ride. We've got writers, producers, composers, directors, and we'll of course have some actors on as well, including some certain guys that played some certain pretty iconic brothers.
It was kind of a little bit of a left field choice in the best way possible.
The note from Kripke was, he's great, we love him, but we're looking for like a really intelligent Duchovny type.
With 15 seasons to explore, it's going to be the road trip of several lifetimes. So please join us and subscribe to Supernatural Then and Now.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all, I'm JJ.
Hey, guys, it's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests who share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like, it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out Real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.